of the angelic beings. You've got the archangel Michael, you've got Gabriel, and then there was Lucifer. 3 ranks. What happened when Lucifer fell? He took 1/3 of the angels with him. There's where sin. What was the cause of the sin? It seems to be that well, pretty well pride. I will be like the Most High. I want to be God. I want to take over. What arrogance. A created being wanting to trump the Creator. So, pride. Pride renders people in a special manner hateful and abominable in the sight of God. Proverbs 8:13 says, "The fear of the Lord is to hate evil, pride, and arrogancy, and the evil way and the froward mouth do I hate." God says, look, pride is a hateful, abominable thing. James says, "He giveth more grace to the humble. Wherefore wherefore he saith, God resisteth the proud, but giveth more grace to the humble." Peter says, "Likewise, ye younger, submit yourselves unto the elder. Yea, all of you be subject unto one another, and be clothed with humility. For God resisteth the proud, and giveth grace to the humble." So pride, arrogance. You know what? We've got about 535 of the most arrogant people in the world in Washington, D.C. 435 sit over in this part of the Capitol, 100 of them sit over here. They don't give a hang what you want. They're promoting their agenda. They don't care that you voted them to go to Washington to represent you and your community. They don't care. They have an agenda. And they're so arrogant that they think that you aren't able to take care of yourself. They know better what's good for you. They know better how to spend your money than you know how to spend it. Well, I got news for them. I don't like it, but God hates it. Pride is productive of many other sins. It is from pride that springs covetousness. Habakkuk says, "Yea, also, because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man. Neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desires hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people." He wants it all in his pride. It produces persecution. The wicked in his pride doth persecute the poor. Let them be taken in the devices that they have imagined. Pride produces strife. Proverbs 13, "Only by pride cometh contention, but with the well-advised is wisdom." Pride is a very destructive sin. It presages the ruin of those in whom it reigns. Pride goes before destruction, and a haughty spirit before a fall. Pride produces shame. When pride cometh, then cometh shame. But the lowly is wisdom. We see examples of the shame of pride in the Word of God. Of course, we see it, first of all, in the one that is mentioned here in the text, Sodom. The Lord rained upon Sodom and upon Gomorrah brimstone and fire from the Lord out of heaven. He overthrew those cities and all the plain and all the inhabitants of the cities and that which grew upon the ground. We see the arrogance of Pharaoh when he said, "Who is the Lord that I should obey him?" We see how destructive it was. Moses stretched forth his hand upon the sea, and the sea returned to his strength when the morning appeared, and the Egyptians fled against it, and the Lord overthrew the Egyptians in the midst of the sea. And the waters returned and covered the chariots and the horsemen and all the host of Pharaoh and that came into the sea after them. There remained not so much as one of them. We can see that same arrogance in Haman and the destruction that came upon him because of his pride. So they hanged Haman on the gallows that he had prepared for Mordecai. Then was the king's wrath pacified. We see it in Nebuchadnezzar. And they shall drive thee from men, and thy dwelling shall be in the beasts, with the beasts of the field. They shall make thee to eat grass as oxen, and 7 times shall pass over thee, until thou know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and giveth it to whomsoever he will. The same hour was the thing fulfilled upon Nebuchadnezzar, and he was driven from men, did eat grass as oxen, and his body was wet with the dew of heaven, till the hairs were grown like eagle's feathers, and his nails like bird's claws. All of this because of his pride. We see it in Herod as well. Immediately the angel of the Lord smote him, because he took unto him glory that belonged to God. Immediately the angel of the Lord smote him, because he gave not God the glory. And he was eaten of worms and gave up the ghost. But what are the remedies? What are the remedies for pride? How do we, we can't change the nation, and probably we can deal with pride in our own lives. How do we do that? What will keep us from being, we have so much. Our nation has so much. And I think sometimes because of that, our nation gives excuse me, the impression of arrogancy. But if we're going to fight against it, if we're going to find the remedy for pride in our own lives, as I said earlier, we can do that by comparing ourselves with God and His holiness. When you see yourself in comparison to who He is, it is a very humbling experience. Also by being persuaded of the excellency of humility. Humility is a wonderful virtue in the life of a person. God resisteth the proud, giveth grace to the humble. There are many examples of those who live their lives in humility in the Word of God. We can think of Abraham. He would not take of any of the spoil when they was able to recapture Lot and all those from Sodom. He would not accept any of that. Jacob, we see it in the life of Moses, the meekest of men, very, very humble. In David, the apostle